Thursday. Hopefully, no one else is live right now. I didn't have time to check. This is the only time I think I can kind of squeeze this in, so I'm just doing it. So, if somebody else is live coloring, go see them. Um, so, I'm working on this page in Mythographic Aviary. So, I'm just going to continue working on it. And I was just looking up pictures of chickens, trying to figure out what color I wanted to make this chicken. And oops, as everything falls out. Um, I'm thinking I want to make it like that kind of golden brown color. One, because I like that color. And I don't know, probably just because I like that color. I don't know how I'm going to do it though. Maybe if I start with some of the gold I had on the chicks. I'm kind of feeling like I need to do the chicken for me to figure out what color I want the house and the flowers to be. That's what I'm thinking because I feel like if I do the house and the flowers, I'm going to really wind up with some crazy color that I really am going to regret coloring it. So, hey, Mandy, happy Thursday. I'm doing good. It's been an interesting week, I tell you. Not quite over yet either, but yeah, a lot going on. I see they got some pink around here, but I think I'm gonna. I'm looking at a picture of a chicken on. Now this thing, because it's supposed to be light from a candle, and I've been thinking about how to color this, and I was wondering if I should do white over this first, and then do the color that's underneath, or what. I forget how that works. So maybe I'll just stay away from that spot for now. And I'm almost thinking if I use white, I need to use something other than Prismacolor white because that Prismacolor white is so potent with how it smears and stuff that I don't know that I want to go there. I don't know that that's going to work for the area. So, I don't like turning my hand all weird like that. But I feel like I want to follow the direction of the feathers. I don't know why and what I do. I gotta finish watching the episode 3 and 4 of Bridgerton. I started watching 3, and then it's like I can't watch TV with my husband if it's something I really care about. I can't watch TV with him because he talks during it and like irrelevant things or things like if he just sat and watched it he'd find out. And I was missing a lot of the dialogue and stuff, and it's like, oh, I gotta watch it by myself because the writing in that show is really good. And the directing in that show is really good because everything they do, there's something in it. And so you gotta pay attention. You gotta pay attention. And it gives you those cute little tidbits that, like, if you weren't paying close attention, you'd miss it. I love shows like that. I love shows like that. Which is, I think, why I'm liking this show so much. And I didn't think I was gonna like it because I tend not to like things that are popular because I don't know. They tend not to. If the writing isn't good, I'm not gonna like it. That's basically where we are. Where I am. I'm all about the writing, and if it's hokey and stupid and predictable. I'm just not interested. Not interested. I don't like predictable. Because if it's predictable, I can go do something else. I don't want to see something I've seen before. You can tell a story the way it's always been told, or you can tell a story and put your own twist on it and make that twist interesting. And yeah, I'm not in for lazy writing, which is why I tend not to watch any Tyler Perry. I had started watching The Have and the Have Nots, and it started off interesting, and then it just like went left. I don't know how long it took to go left, but it went left at some point, and it's like, nah. He tends to do that. He'll have a great idea, and then he just has lazy writing. He's got to stop that. Although some would say, well, it's working for him. Well, it's not working for him from my standpoint. Not getting nothing from me. Put some oomph in your writing, or let somebody else do your writing for you, or co-write. Nothing wrong with co-writing. Sometimes it has to happen for somebody to see outside of their own idea and see things differently. And sometimes individually, the writers might not have, they have something, but it's not quite all there. But then they get together, and I was like, oh, sometimes it's like that. Don't do that. Sometimes doing it all yourself is not the solution. You need somebody else to bring out the best in you and you to bring out the best in them. And I guess I'm going darker with this. I might need some more of these if I don't already have one. I'll have to double check where my stash is to see if I have any more of these. It's obvious I like it because it's kind of short. I'm finding myself wanting a lot of yellow pencils lately and looking at all my yellow pencils and seeing they're like all short. So somewhere I'm gonna need a stash. Vibrant's here. Hey, Vibrant. Hope you're doing well. Happy Thursday. Oh, okay. Oh, more of the chicken. More chicken. More chicken. Yeah, I figured it probably would be easier to do like a one color chicken. So keep it simple. Going realistic. You know, I wish I could get out of that, but I can't. I don't know. It's not happening with this one. I can't see anything else. And there's enough kind of fantastical birds in here that I could play with color. So, chicken's gonna look like chicken. Ooh, don't know why that hit my stomach like that. That's weird. We'll go with it. Hmm. Okay, base. It's the yellow ochre. I love this color. So, also thinking about um, crayons and But like, how would they, if I use that, which would have to go down first? I don't know. For some reason, I'm going to do this now really light. I don't know what I want the other things to look like yet. And it's not supposed to be a lens, it's supposed to be light. So how does that change? I don't know. I guess it's kind of similar. Okay, let's find another color. I need a brown. I need a brown. I got a taupe. It looks like taupe. Pull out some browns and see which one we like. Which do we like? Are these the same pencil? They look like the same color. Pull them out and then we'll see. Because I always buy more of my favorites, so I never quite know. Okay, so this one is different. French gray. What is this? Terracotta, is it? What did I say? If I could pull it out, that would help. And are these two red? Terra something. Yeah, I think it's terracotta. Is terracotta? Yeah, same thing. And this is chestnut and what does that say? Sienna. Okay. Why do both of these say terracotta but they look different? Or does it say something else? I can't read that. Hello, hello. It's, I don't know. Terra something? I gotta put on my glasses to read that kind of. Can you see it on? Hello. Let me see if I can see it if I look on the. If I focus this. Where's my focus thing? And then look on the camera. Sorry. Looks like it might say Sienna something. But I don't know. It's weird. Looks weird. Mary, how you doing? Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. And let's see. I'm thinking about the colors on the chicken. And then I need it. I don't know. I don't want to go too much of this. I want to balance. Balance. This kind of looks too. I don't know. This one looks too. Well, this one we just lost the tip. Goodbye. Is it still in there? It's one of the few times I've lost a tip. Sharpening in prismas with a color sharpener. Usually they stay. Okay. I'll try these. Let me take a look at that chicken again. Hey, Amy. Happy Thursday. Let's look at that chicken again. So it's like darker brown around here. And there is some white and stuff down in this spots, which maybe I could add that back with, I don't know, marker or something. So the top part's dark, really dark here. I don't know. We'll try. You know, if I had something interesting, although I don't know how anything would color over it. I know I have a like eyeshadow or blush that like actually is probably close to that color. happen to have some right here. Oh, that's purple. Oh, why is this one here? I don't wear this one. I don't know why I had this one with them. I thought that was my like reddish brown one. I guess not. Gotta put that back where it belongs. Anyway, let's just start. I'm tired of like talking. Let's just do something. And don't go away, Mr. Chicken. How would I? Mm. And the face has like some pink and beige in it. I wonder if I could do that with this kind of pinky. What is this one? The chestnut or henna? It's called henna. I'm trying it out on this part. But this is really where I want it. And then I need a pink. Do I have a pink that's out? I have this. I don't know if this is. It might be the color. Nectar. 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 Let's try this. Still gotta go. I gotta practice piano today. See, I actually yesterday I just like when I started watching Bridgerton, and I started just taking the whites of my nails off. I'm telling you, like it really does make a difference with the piano. How much better I can play without them. So I don't know. It's like as I was doing this one, I was like, oh my gosh, that looks awful. It's so like, but it's like, oh well. I'm wondering, like, am I gonna change my nails forever? Okay, Chicky Chick, how far does this go? Does this go down into here? Kind of does. And then like some, I don't know. We gotta make it look kind of, legit. Like I know what I'm doing. Okay. Have it be beigeish in there, maybe. What's this? Other one. Do 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 do. And then once we find our color, then I'll go in and maybe like darken it in some spots once we found our place. See, I feel like I'm kind of starting to color like I paint. That's what I kind of feel like is happening. And I'm not mad at that because I miss painting. I'm going to start with this color, this chestnut. I'm probably going to redden it up a little bit. But for now, use the chestnut. Looking at my bird on the screen. Oh, that would mean this would be. Could add some to that too. to make it oranger later. But for now, there's the comb. Okay, how are we going to make this bird look like a bird? Take care, Amy. Have a good rest of your day. I feel like I'm wanting another brown. And I don't know. Not a lot of them. Okay, here we go. Burnt ochre. That's a nice color. Mmm. A burp. I had tuna fish and a boiled egg and crackers for lunch. And orange juice. And I think the orange juice is making me burp. Ooh, I like this color. This is kind of giving me more of what I want. Just got to figure out how to put it on here and not have it take over. Not do too much. Tell you what, I kind of fuss every time I have to color one of these birds, and it's like I don't have to color it. The book is aviary. It's like you open it up, you're gonna color birds. That's what it is. But I'm definitely learning from this book, even if it doesn't look like much when I'm done. I'm learning how to color a bird. Okay, so how would I get that lighter color they have? This is kind of too dark, isn't it? French gray. It's like too brown. Or is it? Let's try it lightly and see. I'm trying to get, like, as I look at this picture on Google, trying to get what's happening with the. That's gonna wash. This is gonna wash it out. I want to do that, but I don't know what it's gonna do. And this is kind of smudgy too, so it's like I got to be careful. It's what 10% French gray. So I gotta be careful with this one. What color am I going for? So I know this burnt ochre is a keeper. Hey, Jill. I was just talking about Bridgerton. I gotta finish watching episode 2 or episode 3 and then go on to 4. I started watching it and my husband came in and started watching it with me, but he started talking through it. It's like, you're messing it up. It's like, I'm trying to see what's going on. And I still say the queen does look like that person to me. I looked again, I was like, yeah, when I see her, that's who I see. I don't know. That's who I see. That's who it reminds me of. She reminds me of, not it. But my husband came in the room because I was laughing. He's like, "What? I wanted to see what you're laughing about." Because that show does make me laugh. I really like it. I didn't think I would. Okay. I know you can't see the picture, and I'm doing all this stuff. Just kind of trying to get an essence of color. And not try to be so, I don't know, just color in the spots, I'm just trying to bring it out instead. Because otherwise, I'll be trying to fill in every single thing. Yeah, I got a lot of catching up to do. I'm glad you guys aren't giving spoilers on it, because then it's yeah, then it keeps it fresh for me. I can go on the adventure, the journey. But yeah, I probably need to. I don't know. I don't really want to. I don't want to rush it. I think in part because, well, I've lost some of the things that I was watching before, and I didn't have anything to watch because like Wheel of Time, they're not. They dropped it even though it was popular, which was like really a pain in the butt. I was really into that show. I did start watching this other show on Netflix called Lupin, and I really like that. So I've been watching that and Bridgerton. And then actually last night I found another show. What's it called? It's called um what is it? Getting to Heaven from oh my gosh, what's that place in Ireland? I think it was kind of the place where the troubles were. What the heck? Why can't I remember the name? Oh my gosh. Anyway, Getting to Heaven from Belfast. And it's really funny so far. It had me laughing too. I was like, what the heck? And it's about it's focusing on three women who are going back to this town to it used to be a group of four of them in private school, and one of the four dies, and so they're going back to the town that she lives in now to give their condolences or whatever. So far I just watched the first episode, and it's when it shows each of them in their individual lives, the three that are alive. It shows them in their individual lives, and one of them it writes for a TV crime show, and another one is a mother of three kids like under 13. Oh my gosh, she was hilarious. Like she was trying to talk on her phone while she was driving, and her three kids were in the car arguing with each other, and she keeps yelling back, "Shut up!" She like the way she does it is like so hilarious, and then finally she like gets so upset she bangs her head on the middle of the steering wheel like over and over and over and over again until they stop. And then she turns around and they're all looking at her like it was funny. You had to be there anyway. um And the other one, I think she's like part caretaker for her mother. One doesn't seem like anything's wrong with her mother, so I don't know what's up with that. And she's kind of, I don't know, she's kind of weird. Um, but yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was interesting. So I'm gonna watch that too. It takes a lot to catch my interest. There's got to be something about it. It's got to be witty, funny, unusual in some kind of way, or I don't care. Oh, bird. Speak to me, bird. Okay, how's the bottom of their feet? That's darker. Bottom of their feet is darker, or towards their feet. So, so there's 5 seasons of Bridgerton. Good to know. I almost wanted to go back to 1 and 2 to see what y'all were talking about last week, but I don't want to go back. I don't want to get behind because I only have so much time where I can be watching TV. So it's my busy season. Only reason I'm on here right now is I did the big thing I had to do by the end of today. I did it yesterday, and so I would because I needed to get it out of the way. I didn't want it hanging over my head. But there's still always more to do, and like there's really just about only a month left, of which I'm actually very happy, I have to say. But then I also did a I made a in Microsoft Word. I made a list of all my appointments, doctor, orthodontist, dentist, eye, all that stuff. I was like, my goodness, it's like there's so many appointments between like April and August. I'm like, oh, I mean, maybe not as much for some people, but it's like really. I just like it changes up your whole day when you have an appointment. And I feel like thoroughly disrupted whenever I have an appointment, especially if it's like one of those that's like an hour away, and I have like I don't know, I have a few of those. So, oh, I kind of like that. That makes it look dark at the bottom, right? Um, so also there's shade probably underneath this, right? Directly under the house, show a little bit of shadow. And I hope you're doing well today, Jill. Hope you're still taking it, taking it as it goes. Not trying to do too much, trying to do enough. I like all your little projects you were working on that you've been showing. I still haven't been to the dollar store. Look for them blocks. But if I look for them blocks, I'm gonna make something. I don't even have any room. I don't know where I'm gonna do it. But I always did love those. I mean, like the kind of like Lincoln logs. I always used to want Lincoln logs for Christmas. Never got them. I think they thought it was kind of like, oh, that's a toy for boys. You don't want that. It's like I do want it. Just like I wanted to learn how to work wood because I love the smell of sawdust. I love the smell of sawdust and wood. Because my dad did carpentry. He was a really good carpenter. I don't want to do too much. You get to that point and it's like, uh oh, we've gone too far. Hmm. May have already. I don't know. Something about this I'm not getting. I don't know why. We need to do this color. I gotta do laundry this weekend. Might start that tomorrow. If not tonight. I kind of like that. So how can I maybe keep this? How can I cover it with gold and not? Thank you. Oh, I don't want it to go like that. Trying to. There's a shade. So I don't know if our Five Below is open yet. It's getting close though. Um, I might need to drive out and check tomorrow and see. Well, I don't want to be there when a whole lot of people are there, but a whole lot of people probably are going to be there for the next, after it opens, at least for a month. But I just want to see what they got. Because there already is one, but that's I don't know, 45 minutes away, so I never bothered to stop in there. Um, but this one is like right in our city, right here. I drive by it every time I go to work. I drive by the plaza it's in. We have a Hobby Lobby too, but I will never go in there. Not ever. Not ever. I got three reasons. I ain't never going in there. I'm not getting my money. Buying biblical artifacts with taking them out of their original place, and yeah, I'm not down with that. I'm not down with their hiring policy. I'm not down with their healthcare policy. To me, they've proven who they are. They can lobby their own hobby. Do I sound sorry? But that's just me. Anybody else can do what they want to do. That's just, but my dollar goes where my heart is whenever I can help it. And I think this time when I got to go to a doctor's appointment, that's in the city, the big city that is an hour away. There's an art store that I drive, but actually, I run into it every time. Like I can just easily just stop in there, and I have, a few times, not a lot, because it's too tempting for one. But I think I don't know. I might go in there next time and look for paper of all things, because then I can talk to somebody. Because I think last time I was there, I was asking them about something, and they helped me find it. I don't remember what it was though. And we were talking about it, and I was telling them what I was using it for. That I was using it to color. I don't, and like in color, in adult coloring books, but I don't remember what it was. What was that? But yeah, I think I want to go there and ask about paper because I mean it's like you know for the university that's near there, like art majors go there and stuff like that. So artists go there to get their stuff and everything. So they probably have. I mean, paper like the paper. So I think I may go in there and start and ask them about paper and have them help me find some. I think particularly watercolor paper. The what is it? The hot pressed kind. Whatever one isn't lumpy. Uh, Not that I don't have a lot of paper here already in general, and I do have some watercolor paper. I just need to get the watercolors out. That's what I need to do. I need to not be scared, but I'm scared, and I'm also clumsy. Like I need space, and I have space to accommodate for clumsy. I'll get there though. Maybe. It could just be I'm just not a water person. Can't do everything. I can do oil, so maybe I should just like stay there. That's my place. Stay there. Although I do also have those acrylics I need to play with, and I really do want to play with. And like I need to figure out like the mediums you can add to it and stuff. I think if I knew that, I probably would really like it. But I need to have the time and the space to do it, or take the time and the space to do it. So, it's my stomach. I don't know. I didn't like my lunch or something. I don't know. Okay, this part. Should I like Google parts of chickens? I don't know the name of this part. This makes me think it's a rooster with that hanging out, but those Silkies kitchens, Silky chickens that Nitros Farms has, they have this like all over. That's like instead of having this, they got all of this. They're so cool looking. Okay, do I need a different? I need a different chicken stance or something, or a different kind of chicken. Oh, this chicken has one. Polish chicken. Oh my gosh, it's got a whole. It's got a lot going on. Kind of like a silky, but it's got this whole thing top has stuff like this. Okay, I'm gonna use this because I like the color of the. I'm gonna use that as my. I think this is the chicken and not something else. I don't know. I guess they look like feathers, so we're going with it. Hmm. I would like to finish some coloring books this year that I've, started. Like this one. I don't know what other ones. I know the Kirby book, Kaleidomorphia. Um, Hannah Carlson. Definitely the one with the dark green cover. That one to finish that one this year. I don't know if I can do it, but I'd like to try. And then I know for May, I want to color in the Jasmine Beckett Griffith. I think I got that right. Or yeah, Jasmine Griffith Beckett. I think it's Beckett Griffith. I'd like to color in her mermaid book for May because I'm thinking people are probably gonna do another Mermaid May. I really got to get my mind right for that one because like I'm so afraid of messing up that book because it's like so well put together and the paper is so nice in it. I don't want to mess it up. And I'm usually not that into big face characters like for coloring or anything, but I don't know, it's the paper. The paper and the way her books are constructed that I'm so drawn to that, you know, I don't mind coloring the faces. I hope I don't regret that I'm putting this dark color down first. So my husband said our garlic is coming up, which is good. I'm glad for that. And see, normally when we had cats and dogs, like this time of year, I would be outside working in the garden. And I did kind of look at it today. I looked, it's like, I could clean up that spot. And, maybe this weekend probably would be a good time for me to rake out the where we have the oregano and the spearmint is taking it over. This is probably a great time for me to rake out that spot, dig it up, and make room for the oregano to explode again like it used to. Um, I probably need to do that. So I might be doing that Saturday. So I have to say a special prayer. Lord, protect me from ticks. Load up with neem oil. Slick myself down so I'm too slippery to latch onto and get to it. Because I really want more oregano. Because I made oregano oil for the first time like 2 or 3 years ago, and it was easy. I just had olive oil. I put it in, and I put oregano, bunches of oregano after I'd washed it and let it soak in salt water, and rinsed it a few times after cleaning it up before I put it in to do that. And then I let it dry, and then I not dry like get dried, but like let it get the water off of it, and then I put it in one of those mini crock pots with olive oil, and I just let it stay in there, then let it cool. After it had been in there for like, I don't know, I think I had it in there for like a day. Let it cool, and then I poured it into a jar. Man, that stuff was so good. I was using it for everything. Using it to fry an egg. It could use it to like season things that I would normally just put oregano in it. Just put a spoonful of that in there, and you could take a spoonful of it because it medicinally, oregano is good for you. Can't remember exactly what it's good for, but it's good for something. Um, yeah, and I just used up the last of it a couple weeks ago. It lasted a long time, and I need more. I need to make more this year, and I want to make it from our yard. Um, I almost feel like I need to make more oils than just that. I probably could do that with the spearmint too. Although I don't know what carrier oil I'd want to use. I don't think I'd want to use olive oil. I need to find another edible oil to use for that. Maybe grapeseed oil and spearmint? That sounds kind of good. And our lovage is going to start coming up, if it isn't already, because that stuff, I don't know. Thank the Lord. I hope it does come up. I mean, it's like 10 years, more than 10 years old now. And I love that stuff. I need to make some oil from that too. That would be awesome. That stuff is fantastic. Yeah, so I need to get into that garden bed and get to work so I can have it in better shape this year. I have more time now, so which I am so grateful for. So now maybe I can start paying more attention to some of that stuff. I like that. Well, I'm not giving it, the hard color it in thing, which I like doing that, but I guess I'll save that for my mandalas or something. Because I don't know. I don't think the heavy touch works for. No, I don't think it. I don't think it works so much in this book. Not for everything. I also don't want to go overboard. And I feel like I need some yellow. I need just a little bit though. I don't want to go overboard with this either. Or should it be a little nub? Coloring with a nub. Oh, see, that's why I'm trying to follow the lines. Because if I don't, you can kind of see the. I don't know. It looks weird to me if I don't. With some colors, like there, now it just kind of has this scratchy thing on the end. I don't think that's the way to do things in this book either. Follow the lines. Ooh, tonight is Thursday, right? Ivy Pearl is on tonight. This might be the first week when I got the night right in my head. The first time. Because for some reason, I'm always thinking on Wednesday, even though I know it's been Wednesday all day, because I'm not at work, it's Wednesday. But for some reason, on Wednesday night or Wednesday afternoon, I'm always thinking, oh, gotta make sure I'm up for Ivy Pearl to come on. And it's like, it's, and even sometimes it'll get up to the point of like 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And I'll go there and it's like, she's not on. And I'm like, oh, wait, it's Wednesday. I don't know how many times I have done that. Too many. Too many. Okay, let's take a look at a bird here. How do we want to shush it up? Because they've got. Hmm, I want to have that kind of, I don't know, some kind of variation or something to show in there. I don't want it to be all, and I want it to make sense. The kind of like that. I don't know if it makes sense though. I don't like it. So sometimes you gotta just step back and I was thinking like about the Crystal Kingdom book, and like I know that one reason why I don't like that illustrator is because of how her lines are so dark, and they're kind of irregularly dark, like they're not consistent either, and I just don't know what to do with that. So I think next time I color a page from hers, I'm going to cover the lines first. I'm going to do that whole thing again. Cover the lines. Okay, I like this bird. I think the bird, I think for now, that might be done because I don't want to do too much to it until I do other things. I don't want to do any more to this until I've done other things. So, how long have I been on here? Where is it? Okay, not quite an hour. Okay. I want something to keep my computer from going off, which would probably be Jason Lewis by Demand. Give me some nice visuals. Let me see. I can't do that. What's he got? Is that a new one? Oh, he put one up just an hour ago. Consistent focus while working and studying. Interesting. Doesn't have moving visuals, though. I don't know how that would work for me. I need moving visuals. I need psychedelic. Psychedelic. Okay. So is that all of the bird? Except for there, I'm going to leave that. I don't want to do the house yet. I got to think about that. I could do more sky, but I don't know if I want to vary that. So let's do. Okay, I may have to fold here. Might have to do. The camera looks kind of weird, huh? Really close. So what is this? What is that? Is this some green stuff? Is that what that is? What's she standing on? I don't know what that is. Is it rock? Is it? I don't know what it is. I don't know. Should we do tree instead? I don't know. The trunks. That feels too much like a commitment if I do those. I think I want to stick with green. Okay, so now I got too many pencils out unless I put them back. I'm going to put them back in my case together. They're kind of like on opposite sides of each other anyway. So that won't hurt for me to put them all back in this spot, and I'm going to put them in upside down. The yellow is going to be easy for me to find because it's that yellow. I can remember that much. Go back to green. Green. I was kind of thinking it might be good to try those new colors in this book, but then that would require me getting out another set of pencils, which I'm not really in the way of being able to comfortably do that. So we ain't doing that. But I'm going to try some lighter. What is this? Yellow chartreuse. Okay, I was wondering if it was neon. What would happen if I use this? Will I hate it? What is this stuff? Arg. It's like what I color it is like kind of like what it's going to be interpreted as, and I don't know. Is he dirt? They do like scratching in the dirt, right? I don't know what to do with that. I'm gonna stick with what I know. Grassy things. The grassy things. Shoot, maybe I'll flip to another page in this book when I feel like I need to stop working on this one. In the name of finishing the book. What is that? I can't tell. Chick butt. I've still been thinking about what to make to like for dinner. And we have some leftovers so that like I don't really have to cook tonight, which is good. I didn't really have to cook last night, which was good. But gonna have to do something soon. Whenever I get an adjustment on my braces, it's always kind of a little bit of a step backwards because of the ache from the new wire and the new positions. They got things going in and what they had me doing with the rubber bands. So things that I may want to eat, I'm not really able to eat. And it's really nice to think that those times are just about over. Can't quite see that. So I've been thinking of, because I have red lentils, and I was thinking of making a dal. But I'm thinking I don't really have any good vegetables that I can chew to put, to roast and put on top of the dal. But then, I don't know. I do have butternut squash, so I could do that. But it's like orange and red lentils. It's kind of, you want some green there. I got some spinach, frozen spinach, but that's not really what I want with dal. Well, he roasted zucchini and roasted this and roasted that and roasted broccoli and can't do that yet. So then I thought about making pad thai, which I love, but it takes up mostly noodles, which is like, pasta, which, not enough vegetables in that. But then again, I could kind of mix I could use squash, butternut squash in that too, and I got my fiber. I could actually use sweet potato if I wanted, but then that's extra starch to the noodle starch, which is kind of like double starch. That doesn't sound too good. I don't know. I would make egg drop soup, but then after I do that, and last time I made it, and I made it mostly for me because of me, I couldn't chew, and I think I was sick, and it went too fast. It's like I'm not doing all that just for it to be gone. Oh, I have a little left over, so I don't have to like cook another soup. It did turn out really good though. It was really simple, but it's about the steps. It's all about the steps. And the interesting thing was my egg drop when I did it, it didn't turn out how I wanted it to, but um like the way I wanted it to drop, I wanted it to be like, kind of streams of eggs or whatever, and instead it turned out to be like all the little flutters, and so much that it kind of turned the whole soup um really kind of like egg yolk yellow. And so I was kind of mad at that, but then the taste of it was incredible. So I guess I'm not mad at it anymore. Will I be able to do it the same way twice? Who knows? But I guess there's a whole thing like with egg drop soup, like you do it, you drop the egg how you want it. I had no clue because I'm gonna drop it just to try to cook it. Um, and some people like there's a name for it, like they'll call it like it's kind of metaphor kind of name like flowers or something else or whatever. And it does sound kind of good to me right now. This is gonna last. Whew, where did you come from? So I guess we didn't have to make the grass green either. Okay, this turned out really green. I still have my paisley page to work on too, which is green. I was kind of doing it for March, but March is going to be over next Tuesday. Ooh, maybe we shouldn't go sideways like that. It's crumbing up. It's crumbing up. I haven't used my polychromos in a long time. I think we need to use those soon. I think this is a pencil I thought I was using, which is why that color surprised me. But make it look like grass. I haven't colored a Kirby page in a long time. That was kind of funky. Hey, Ivy Pearl. Nice to see you. Happy Thursday. YouTube isn't hating today. It's a miracle. Yeah, I think this page is cute. So I kept looking at it and saying, I want to color that page. I like that page. I think something else I learned from coloring in this book is how, you know, and why I'm coloring the way I am in it is that the color builds up on this paper. Like, it'll build up on you, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I can't do anything else with this spot. It's too waxed up. And so I've learned to, like, you gotta kind of be sparing with the pigment, build up with the light touch. This one definitely you got to build up with the light touch. You can't be doing too much because it'll start talking back to you at some point where it's just like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not taking anymore. I'm done. And then trying to fix a page after that is like frightening. Been there too many times in this book and other mythographic books. So been a learning curve. Gotta do what the book allows. And if you're not in the mood to do that kind of coloring, then it's like, or when I'm not in the mood to do that kind of coloring, then I don't pick this book. Pick another book. I've learned. That's another reason for having whips. What do you really feel like coloring? What kind of effect, what are you in the mood to do? Do you really just want to color in the spots, or do you, what method do you want to use? In addition to what kind of tools you want to use, pencils, paint, what kind of paint, markers, what kind of markers, all that kind of jazz. Yeah. If I were really in the mood where I gotta fill in all the colors, I would not be coloring in this book right now. I'd be using something else. I'm trying to figure out. I guess this is dirt. Should I make this red dirt like it's Georgia or something? Purple dirt like it's in Jamaica in the mountains where my grandma lived? I used to love that dirt. Man, I used to love that dirt. I wish I could transport myself back to see that dirt and touch that dirt. I was just so amazed by it. Like, to where, like, one time we were walking um, somewhere on a road, and I was with my cousins, I think, and, like how sometimes there'll be, like, at the side of, like a rural road, there'll be a hill, and the side of the hill, will be the dirt sticking out. And I just wanted to grab it and take a bunch of it in my hands because it was so pretty. Um, it also kind of, I think it's stained too, though. I think somebody probably told me don't do that. Probably. I don't know if I did it anyway or not, but I know somewhere I got to touch it. I think because like I've never forgotten that. Like out. Oh, maybe I'll make it purple just for that because I love that dirt so much. Um, that was amazing, and I guess that's why they, that's the ground that grows that coffee. That's the soil that grows that coffee. It was so beautiful. Almost like the color of eggplant, but deeper. I don't know, maybe not deeper and redder, but it was purple. So I guess it kind of had brownish. I don't know. It just was gorgeous. That's all I can say. It was gorgeous. I don't know what it looks like now. I wouldn't mind going to see my cousins there. I feel like I need a Sims transporter. I don't know why I changed that just now, but I did. Do I want to do that everywhere? Or is that a mistake? I kind of like some of it being lighter. Yeah, and it's probably that dirt. That's why I'm wondering if it's still there, actually, is because I didn't know about that story, but because I know with that dirt being like it is, it had stuff in it that was natural and was somehow precious. Yeah. So I would not be surprised. I just was in awe with that dirt. And I was like only like 6 years old, 6 and 11 years old. Those were the two times I was there. That was transfixed by dirt. And I'm like Miss Priss, I was Miss Priss back then, but that dirt had me mesmerized. Hmm. Okay, so what now? What now? What now? I don't know what color to do the eggs because white is boring, kind of. Or and I don't know how to bring it out really, but maybe I could. Like if you use the right grays and browns, you could bring it out. I could make the eggs light brown. I could try to just not be realistic with it, but I don't know if that's going to be too successful with me because of how I am. It's just like I just can't seem to let it go. I also wonder if I should use a different um, brand of pencil, one that isn't going to be so smeary because the lighter I go in a Prismacolor, it's going to have that more blendy thing going on, which I love, but for this kind of thing, no, it's not going to work for that. So do I have a light blue that's going to really be compatible? This isn't blue. This is like green. Or okay, this I think I got them all in the. Oh, where are you? Where are you? I had a friend one time who was Irish, and he used to love when I said Tuesday. He said, "Say it again." He would always tell me to say Tuesday. I was like, "What?" Because I like how you say Tuesday. It's like, how come I see Tuesday? It's funny. I don't know why I thought of that just now. Hope he's doing well. Okay, here's a whole bunch of pencils I gotta put away. It's knee deep. Look at this. Look how deep this is. Yeah. Mostly Derwents. And I don't think I got a light blue in here that's gonna work for me. This is a blue, but this kind of goes a whole nother direction. Ooh, there's one of my favorite Christmas. I didn't know there were any Christmas in here. This has to go back. We can put this back now. Yeah, I think I need to be putting some Derwents away. I think. Excuse the noise of the... Now here's a white polychromos. That might do what I was thinking. Child, we need to put some pencils away. What color blue? None of those are blue. Ooh, this is really out of... I can put that away easily too. There's not really any blue. Oh, wait. Here we go. That one. Let's try that one. There's this. It's a watercolor pencil. Those uku. Somehow I kind of like that color. Okay. Pencils I need to find their home. Oh. Okay. So let's see. I kind of like this. And because it's a watercolor pencil, it's really hard. And so I don't think it's going to really, yeah. It's going to go light enough to not interfere and let me layer a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it's time. It's time. Long overdue. Okay, we're going to start making a list of things we can do while watching Bridgerton. That's going to be one of them. Put them pencils away. I get that weird halo, but that's okay. I don't mind it. That's a little dark, but we can like fade that out. Ooh, it's getting darker as it goes. It's like, ooh, you're using me. Let me show up now. Like, no, don't show up. You were doing fine before. I want it to be light. I don't know how far. I mean, like the whole background blue. I don't know if I want to do that, or the same blue. I don't know if I want that. Let's see where we go. So I always like using a hard pencil. Hard pencils with soft pencils, and vice versa. They just like I always feel like I need them both when I'm working on a page. I really do. I always wind up doing that, getting a hard pencil to work with the soft one. I wonder if I should do more of this all over. And I could always change the color a bit if I want to, and get that little bit of tree. Kind of cheating. We'll color it later. Hopefully we'll notice. I don't know. Almost seems like this blue is boring, but then I could do things like maybe I don't know, put in some clouds or something. I don't know. Well, she's on the ground. So I always need time away from a page so I can see it differently or have opportunity to see it differently. I stare at it too long and it just kind of, it's like your eye gets dull to it or something. Might be doing a little too much there. Taking too many liberties. This is what this, some generic watercolor pencil. Take care, Ivy Pearl. Have a good rest of your day. Hope to see you in your live tonight. Maybe in the clouds if I'm not in the chat. Working on things. I'm always multitasking. I like that mark there. I probably should get rid of, but I'm not gonna. I don't know what to do with this because it kind of. I just have to keep this pencil out, I guess. I probably need to go underneath there. I don't know how dark it is. You know what? I'm just gonna color it. Quit your whining, Linda. I'll at least do that much. I won't do inside the lamp, but I'll do this much. Just in case. So you can see how it looks with a blue background at least. Light blue. And then from there, why is this thing so hot? The webcam's hot. She's hot. We got more green we can do. Although, this doesn't necessarily have to be green, right? But I'm going to make it green. And this is my favorite color. Was it the cobalt turquoise? Yeah, I have more than one pencil of this, obviously, because this was in my cavalcade of pencils in the cigar box. So before we put it away, we're going to use it. And I'm actually going to put this light blue and this blue Derwent away. This is that color I used on the trees. I'm always looking for an excuse to use this color because I like it so much. Just like I'm always looking for an excuse to use the Tuscan red and the yellow ochre and what's my other favorite one in there? I'm always running scared from that Indenthone blue because that's the thing that that's the Prisma that's the one that traumatized me on Prismacolors anyway in the beginning and like caused me to put my set away really quick and not come back to it for months. After having it for a year and not opening it, it put me back in the corner. I put it back in the corner. It's like, no, what's happening here? I don't understand. Look at that. I can do something fun with the rocks. I really could. Just gotta think about how that would work. Like if I made the rocks, like I don't know, between somewhere like establishing ground or dirt that's kind of like that purplish color, and then the rocks being grayish brown coming out of it, that would give some kind of I don't know something happening there. That's not so boring. Do I feel like doing that now? I don't know. I think I gotta go and do some other things. Get up and run around the house. I realized just this afternoon I had my watch on um, all day and did I had my watch on my wrist, but I didn't have it on. Duh. Hmm. Where's that? And that my let me put these two away. It's got my Dermot case open. There. They went back home. I should take this case downstairs with me when I go to watch Bridgerton. Okay, personal case. Back up. You're up again. A grape color that I'm always mistaking for brown. Where are you? The black grape. Is this it? Black raspberry. There's black raspberry and black grape. Let's try it just right here. Let's see what happens. If I really don't like it, I can always change it, right? It's kind of easy to change this to brown. Lord knows I've mistaken it for brown a lot of times. By the color of the barrel. What is that? That actually looks like grass, but I don't want it to be grass. I'm coloring it in. It needed to be something else. I like odd numbers. I don't need to see another patch of this. I want odd numbers, not even. Don't know what this is over here. I'm going to color this too. Oh, what's that? Let's do this too. All these teeny tiny spots. Hmm. Hey, Lori. Happy Thursday. Hope you're doing well. Okie dokie. Why do I feel like I want this to be darker? I could actually take the red up in there. That'll make it darker because it's the opposite color kind of thing. Dude, I think I went down into here. Oh, that's kind of cute. I wonder how warm it got today. I think they're saying it was supposed to be 56. It's been sunny. It was sunny Tuesday also, and I don't know what they said. I don't know. I thought it was like 30 something, but it felt warmer than that to me. And today felt similar. So I don't know. Hmm. Smidgen of red. And what do we want these to be? What color green? Why am I going to this color? Am I going to regret it? Am I going to regret it? I can always brighten it up with yellow if I don't like it. As you can see, I use this color a lot. There's another one. And see how the color pencil sharpener does with these? Only had one that broke in this live, and I think that was because it had initially been sharpened with something else and already had that kind of break thing happening in it. I am going heavy on this. Not doing the light treatment in this one. At least not on most of them, I think. How they look compared to the ones up there. Hmm. I wonder. Shoo. Oh, we're getting there. So I don't know if I'm going to turn these more yellow or not. I like the fact that they match the trees. But then these look different, but then all foliage doesn't look alike. So they're not all the same color green. So I'm thinking how I might make them work together. Excuse me. Oof. And so we are left with the rocks in the house, mostly. I feel like that's where my biggest decision is, and then maybe from there, rocks and house, then figure out what to do with the egg and the tree trunk. I know it's wood, but I don't know what color to make the wood. I was kind of thinking at first, like kind of a burgundy, like maybe like this purple grape or purple raspberry, or the is it purple raspberry? Black raspberry. I was thinking like the black grape or Tuscan red or combination of both on the this. But then we've got the brick too. Should the house be brick red? And the chimney? And the roof another color? If so, what color? I don't know. I gotta try and picture it in my head and think of what I want. Let me see if I think that's how. Oh, I could turn it that color with a marker. Kind of looking at the comb of the rooster. Redden it up a little bit. To see what happens when I do that. Okay, so now I'm starting to feel like I need yellow. I need some yellow in that. Because I kind of like that color. Will it work backwards like that? I don't know. Kind of. Kind of did. More orange. But I kind of don't want to mess with it. House, house, house. Just not ready to commit. Should the house have a red door? What if it's redwood, burgundy brick, burgundy wood, red brick? Questions, questions. I guess it must mean it's time to stop. So let's go. What I'm gonna do, I think, because it's like almost 2 hours, hours and 47 minutes. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, this one I'm not like. Gonna have to do some things on that one. See if there's anything I just want to do a quick something with. So I'm looking forward to doing this one. I might try and do this one like I did this one. I use Neo 1s and 2s on this. I could also maybe try using Intense. Oh, the purple. Where's the purple chick? Oh, we still need to do that one too. What color am I going to do the parrot? This one. Yeah, I had a vision for it the other day. I think I did do something on here, did I? I don't remember. I need to finish this one. I don't know how to do the bird. And I have to duplicate this tree down here. Okay, that's not going to be fun. This is why now I always try to do the same objects at the same, all at once. So I don't have to try and reconstruct, because the reconstructing, trying to figure out what I used and how. Did I write down what I used? Nope. So, yeah, I got to reconstruct, which is not going to be fun. It's an odd page. I was trying to use different things other than pencil. Chick. What's between the chicken? It's the first one I did. I was working on that forever, trying to fix it. Here's the other one. This one. This is a relatively easy one. Kind of be relatively easy to finish. But do I feel like working on it now? Nope. The hair was a pain in the butt. That's because there's so much of it. Yeah, we're not doing that now. I think I'm pretty much done. I just want to do a look through this whole new thing. Yeah, that's it. So we really don't have that many pages left to go in here, to be honest. But then I got to finish some other ones that I started. It's not really a lot. I can do it. Really, I can. Is that water or tree limb? Oh, looks like tree limb. This looks challenging. I might try to use a different medium on this other than pencil, at least to start the first couple stages, just to see if it can take me somewhere different than others have taken me. Okay, well, that is it for me. I'm going to go now, go do some other things. So, thank you all for joining me, and have a good rest of your day. Bye bye.